Imagine a creature so feared that no sword could save you. Not armor, not magic, not prayer, a creature whose mere glance meant instant death. For centuries, people believed this monster was real, not a legend, not a metaphor, but a living nightmare hiding in deserts, ruins, and forgotten corners of the world. They called it the Basilisk, the King of Serpents. But where did this terrifying myth truly begin? And how did it become so real that medieval scholars treated it like a biological fact? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you may never look at a snake the same way again. The story of the basilisk begins not with fire or magic, but with fear and imagination. In ancient Greek lore, whispers spread of a serpent unlike any other, a creature said to rule all snakes. Small in size, yet absolute in power, Greek writers described it as bearing a crown-like marking upon its head, a sign of dominion. That single detail would later earn it its eternal title, Basiliskos, Little King, but the most disturbing origin came later. According to legend, the basilisk was born from a rooster's egg, a malformed, unnatural egg laid by a rooster and incubated by a serpent or toad. To medieval minds, this wasn't just strange. It was unnatural order reversed, a sign of corruption in nature itself. And where corruption exists, evil soon follows. By the Middle Ages, the basilisk had evolved from rumor into absolute truth. Medieval bestiaries, illustrated encyclopedias of animals, treated it not as a myth, but as documented fact. Illustrations showed it as a serpent with a rooster's head, sometimes winged, sometimes crowned. Always terrifying. Christian scholars saw symbolism everywhere. The basilisk became a representation of sin, a symbol of the devil, the embodiment of death that spreads without warning. It was believed to live in ruins, deserts, and abandoned places where life had already fled. Places where only death ruled. What made the basilisk truly horrifying was not its size, it was its weapons. First, the gaze. To look directly into a basilisk's eyes meant instant death. Some said flesh petrified. Others said the soul simply fled the body. Then, the breath. A toxic vapor capable of wilting plants, cracking stone, poisoning entire landscapes, and finally, the touch. Even a spear used to strike a basilisk would carry death back to the attacker. But legends always offer hope. The basilisk had enemies. The weasel, immune to its venom; the rooster's crow, which could kill it instantly; and rue, a plant believed to repel its presence. Even kings fear something. The basilisk never truly died. It evolved. In Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, it slithers through Hogwarts, killing with its gaze once more. In Dungeons and Dragons, it petrifies adventurers. In video games, films, and fantasy worlds, the basilisk remains a symbol of inescapable danger. Why? Because deep down, we still fear threats we cannot fight. The basilisk reflects something very human. Fear of disease we cannot see, death we cannot stop, danger we cannot confront. It reminds us that myths aren't just stories. They are warnings, they are mirrors, they are the shadows of our deepest anxieties. And sometimes, the most terrifying monsters are the ones we once believed were real. If you enjoyed this journey into ancient fear, like the video, subscribe to Legends and Lore, and tell us in the comments which mythical creature should we uncover next.